Shesha Shunyavadi Paschatdeshatarine Namo Om Vishnupadam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Param Ananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Gurave Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaye Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you again for taking out your most valuable time to read, hear, discuss the philosophy of Krishna consciousness together. Today is session 7. We have covered about Guru, about Guru initiation, and multiple other topics. Topic for today is the need for sadhana. And it's a short topic, so maybe sadhana and kirtan will try to cover these two topics today. So, like always, if anyone would like to read, it's the time to raise your hands, and we'll get started. Yes, we will. Then Uma Mataji can read the first one, and then Preeti Mataji can read after her.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandava Pranam Prabhu. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The need for sadhana. Every living being is by nature Krishna conscious. Due to Maya illusion, we are now forgetful of Krishna. Krishna sadhana is the process for awakening our dormant Krishna consciousness. It may be compared to the development of a baby. A baby has talent, abilities to walk, talk, and do so many other things which develop with time and training. Sadhana is for devotees who are serious about understanding Krishna and who know that without sadhana there is no actual spiritual life at all. Sadhana means spiritual practice. In Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, sadhana is centered on hearing and chanting about Krishna. These act powerfully to purify our contaminated hearts and bring us gradually closer to Krishna. Shall I continue, Prabhu? Sadhana should be practiced strictly and seriously, not just now and then, but every day. This kind of practice gives us spiritual strength to resist the temptations of Maya. Without such dedication to sadhana, it is almost impossible to make solid advancement in Krishna consciousness, even if we have some feeling for Krishna. Without sadhana, our devotional service will not develop beyond the superficial level. Okay, Prabhu?
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, for those who joined in the last few minutes. So, few words here are important to note. So, we're talking about sadhana. My mother's name is Sadhana Bhakti Devi. So, and there's one sadhan, and sadhya, maybe with the emphasis there. So these few S's are important. In Bhakti, there is also, we talk about the 5 S. The first one is sadhana, then swadhyaya, right? Then sadachar, then satsanga or sadhu sanga, sadhu sanga or association, right? And what was the other? Sadhana, swadhyaya, sadachar. There's one more. If someone has a subodhini, can quickly find the 5S of Bhakti. Okay, I'll open it. I have it handy. It's the model of the Bhakti, the Vidyapith model, right? So the 5 S's of Bhakti are very, very critical. Sadhana, Swadhyaya, Sadachar. I'll tell you the last one maybe later. We'll come to that. There's one more. These words and two things are often connected to these, all the S's: strict, serious, and sincere. A lot of play of S's today. Sadhana, Swadhyaya, Sadachar. What was the other S? Seva. Oh yes, Seva. That was, I was missing. Seva. Okay, good. The 5S of the Bhakti, the Vidyapith at GEV, they coined this, but these are more important limbs. So I think everyone has heard these terms. So sadhana, what is sadhana? It's like the process to awaken the dormant love for God, right? One may say, like recently I heard one sadhu sharing this, well, is there ghee in the milk? What do you say? Is there ghee in the milk?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, then can you fry puris out of it from the milk?
No, Prabhu.
No. You see, there's a process to get milk out of ghee. So first you have to make yogurt out of the milk. Then you have to make butter out of the yogurt. Then you have to boil it to make ghee, and then you can fry puris. A little bit cooking. Right? Is that correct, Mataji? That's a process. So
Yes, Prabhu.
similarly, there is love for God is there in the jiva, the dormant love for there. But the process to rekindle that is sadhana bhakti or sadhana. Simple. Here, one more example is given. A baby has latent abilities to talk, etc. But it develops over time through proper training, through proper patience. So what we have to do when we are doing sadhana, then strict, serious, and sincere, then patience is also required, is it not? Patience, determination, and enthusiasm. If someone stops churning, oh, I've been churning for 2 minutes, right? The butter is not coming, right? And it should be continuous. If you boil the milk for 2 minutes, then turn off the heat. Will it boil? Then again start for 2 minutes, again stop, continuous. So all these terms are very important. If we want that pure love of God, right? So what will sadhana lead to? Will rekindle pure love of God, pure love for Krishna. It will rekindle, right? Like the abilities or the milk, the ghee in the milk. Not only that, it will give strength, give strength to resist bad temptations, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion, darkness, the ability, strength to say yes to good and no to bad comes from sadhana also. Is it not? We know sometimes something is not good for us, but we can't say no. And sometimes we know this is good for us, but you know, the conditioning just entraps us. They're called Hridaya Daurbalyam. So all this is an effect of sadhana, and much more. The- Every day or continuous, right? Patience, enthusiasm, continuous every day, not just once in a blue moon. If we do once in a blue moon, the impact will also be proportionate, is it not? But if we want serious impact, then we have to do it continuously. It's for those who are serious about understanding Krishna, those who want to rekindle, and primarily hearing and chanting. That's the two main limbs of sadhana. Of course, multiple limbs, but these are most important. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Any thoughts? Any comments so far before we read further? Any reflections? Okay, Preeti Mataji, you can read further.
Hare Krishna, everyone. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada established daily morning and evening programs of sadhana in his temples. One begins the morning program by rising by 4 a.m. at the latest. Early rising is imperative for serious devotees because the early hours before dawn are the best time for spiritual practice. After rising, devotees bathe, don't don fresh clothes, go to the temple, attend Mangal Aarti and Tulsi Aarti, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra Japa on beats, join together in greeting the deity and performing Guru Puja, and hear Srimad Bhagavatam class. Thus, the morning program lasts 4 to 4.5 hours. The evening program of Aarti and Bhagavad Gita class lasts about 1.5 hours. Thus, Srila Prabhupada wanted his disciples to come together for sadhana for about 6 hours a day. Devotees who live at home or who are otherwise very busy may think it impractical to spend so much time performing sadhana. In the rush and bustle of modern life, few people seem to have time for anything but working and looking after their families. But life without a higher purpose is no better than that of the animals. In actual and human life, spiritual practices are top priority and activities for bodily maintenance are secondary. Those who have understood the importance of Krishna consciousness, who know that without devotional service, life is meaningless, will naturally want to arrange their lives to somehow or other incorporate time for sadhana. Should I read ahead, Prabhu?
Yeah, I think we can take a pause here.
Okay.
Everyone's still there after reading this heavy stuff? Still in the meeting? Or half of them left? Oh my God, what are we talking about? Guru is heavy, Shastra is heavy. This is heavy stuff, but this is what is required because the conditioning is very, very deep rooted. What to do? So the book is, now you may wonder, what was the title for the book? Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness. That's what I still like. If someone can follow this, they are certainly on the path of pure devotion. And very soon they'll become, if someone can just follow this beginner's guide to Krishna consciousness, you don't have to take anything advanced, and this book has everything to become pure devotee. So, but the idea is don't feel discouraged uh, wherever we are, right? We should always feel that sadhana has the word dhan also in it, if we take from another perspective. Bhautik dhan sabko acha lagta. Everyone wants material wealth. But sadhana is that real dhan, or sadhana is that real process which will Give us the pure dhan, prema dhan. Hmm? Prema dhana vina daridra jivan. If one does not have love for Krishna, one is real daridra, like a beggar. Even if one has millions or billions of dollars, one is daridra in the eyes of scriptures, in the actual eyes. And we know that fact that material dhan, no matter one is a billionaire, they'll take 0 cents with them. No matter one is a millionaire, they'll also take 0 cents with them. But if someone has prema dhan, bhakti dhan, they take it is eternal. There is no loss or diminution in that process. Mm. So, in short, those who have understood the importance of Krishna consciousness will try to arrange their lives to somehow or other incorporate time for sadhana. Very, very important. So that means they'll mold their lives. Everyone is busy. Who is not busy in this world? Whether you ask a 5-year-old, whether you ask a 50-year-old, whether you ask a married, unmarried, employed, unemployed, all those things are secondary. Everyone is busy. Something or the other, right? Kailash story. You remember? Raghu Prabhu? Everyone is busy in something or the other. We did the drama for Kailash. Who is not busy? But if something is important for us, we figure out time. So we have to figure out time, and the morning time is the best time. So I know it's a mixed, kind of, we are all at different stages and we're all practicing certain things, and but there's always room for improvement. Uh, so one should strive towards the pole star, like have that pole star in mind. And this is what the pole star is: 6 hours for sadhana. Now that includes at least 2 hours of japa, at least, as mentioned. rising at Rising at least by 4 a.m. One can get up early, that's fine too. So the point is, if okay, see your current state. If you're getting up at 6:30, try to get up at 6. If you're getting up at 6, try to get up at 5:30. We all know the earlier we get up, the better it is. And now to get up early, it's a big topic. We need to balance eating, balance sleeping, balance other things. It's bhakti means you have to balance all those aspects, food, recreation, etc. But early morning is the best time. His Grace Gauranga Prabhu says, if we can give good 2-3 hours in the morning, here it's mentioned 4 hours, right? The morning program, 4.5 hours. But even for Grihastas, this is like temple. If you go to a latri, you'll see. You'll get there at 4:30 and till like 9 a.m. or 9:30. Yeah, pretty much you'll have your breakfast prasad by 9:30, and then that's your morning program, right? 4:30 to maybe 9 o'clock the Bhagavatam class ends. There could be some breakfast after. So that's also part of the morning program to take Krishna Prasad. But the point is 2 hours. Like it takes roughly 2 hours or 1 hour 45 minutes approximately to do japa. Aarti, even if one does quickly, it will still take about 10-15 minutes. Um, so at least one can incorporate that minimum. Now, if someone is chanting 4 rounds, that's fine. Try to chant 6 rounds, preferably in the morning. Whatever rounds we're chanting. And the more we chant in the morning, the better we'll feel. The more we chant later in the day, it will become a drag, it will become burden. Baba kab khatam ho gaye, right? It will become a drag. It will become, oh my God, it's 10 a.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. and I still have 10 more rounds to go. Oh my God, Krishna, help me. Varun Prabhu was having a joke. He said one devotee, he went for a yatra. He went for a yatra and it was his roommate devotee. Um, so after yatra, they all, like the day was over and they all came back to their respective rooms, and somehow this devotee was looking a little bit lost in his world, and he said, looking at his bead bag, It was late, around 10 p.m. About time to retire for the bed to sleep. And Prabhu asked, "Are you okay? You don't look so well. Are you okay?" He said, he said, "You look in deep thought or something. Are you sad or is everything okay?" He said, "I have 10 more rounds to do and it's 10 p.m." Okay. And so what are you thinking? He said, "I'm thinking, who brought me to Iskcon?" Right? So, even in my life, I never thought, contemplated about so many things. The point is, it was a joke, but there is some truth also. So see for yourself. At one point, I decided when I was in like early that as 24 hours, by every hour, like in the 24-hour clock, my rounds should be at least. So let's say it's 8 a.m., my 8 rounds should be done. By 12 noon, my 12 rounds should be done. By 16, which is 4 p.m., my 16 rounds should be done. That was like at one point I was trying to follow this myself created formula in college or something. So you have to see, for the more we chant in the morning, the better it is. There is no doubt in that, right? Uh, that was my formula in my college. And it's not bad. At least 8 rounds were getting done in the morning time. Or uh, Srila Prabhupada also, when he said Grihasthas, okay, you chant 4 in the morning, 4 in the noon, 4 in the afternoon, 4 in the evening, that's also fine. To encourage, the idea is to encourage. We are not, the goal is that after reading this, someone should feel uplifted, not feel, oh my God, this is impossible, I am out of here. That's not the motive. The motive is feel uplifted. Chant 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 6 rounds, whatever number, the more the merrier, and the earlier the better. That's a principle. Now, how you apply it is, you know, you have to see your situation and try but we have to see our situation. Um, yeah. Any other thoughts here? Some may feel it's impractical in the rush and the bustle of the modern society. People think it's impractical, impossible. What are you guys doing, spending 2, 3 hours? Because for them, it will feel impractical, illogical, because their goal is different. Their goal is more and more material prosperity, and ultimately, shrama eva hi kevalam. It all ends up in futile labor, right? We all know that. We all have heard that. We all have seen that. Richest of the richest people, whether you're some of your friends, relatives, right? Some of you were sharing the other day, like unexpectedly, at 40, 45 years, someone got heart attack, very nice person, good job, and gone, right? So, but one has to see what's my purpose, what's the higher purpose, what's my life meant for. And when we understand, we will take out time. We will mold our lives. And this is the best thing to do. 8 hours. Some devotees also share this 8, 8, 8, 8 for, or maybe 6, 6, 6 you can do, right? 6 uh, family and like 6 work. Oh, no, I'm gonna say like 6 for work because someone really working 12 hours or so. But again, Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to work no more than 6 hours. 6 hours, um, family, 6 for the body, right? Which includes primarily sleeping, like a big chunk goes in 24 hours for sleeping. 6 we give to sadhana, reading, hearing, shravanam, kirtanam, seva, etc., etc. Start with something, 1 hour at least. Start with 1 hour. Those who are giving 1 hour, 2 hours. Those who are easily giving 2 hours, start with 3 hours. Try to incorporate some seva, like Even weekly, I'll do 2 hours seva or 3 hours seva or 5 hours seva. An hour every day I'll do seva. Something like that we have to incorporate. It is for our own good. We do so much for our own body. We do so much for our family, relatives, this, that. We should do. This is the real service to ourselves, sadhana. Charity begins at home, and this is purely if if so Prabhuji, Prabhuji or any Mataji is chanting more, reading sincerely, hearing sincerely, whom are they benefiting?
Themselves.
Themselves. This is the topmost charity to one's own self. If they're sincerely doing morning program, which many of you are doing, they're helping themselves. We're helping our own selves first, and this will give enthusiasm. This will give desire to share. Sadhana will lead to so many things. If we are not doing something ourselves, we'll not feel motivated to share that with others either. And even if we end up sharing, it will be like shallow bullets or shallow, like empty husk with no substance. Like if the teacher says, "Hey, don't smoke cigarettes," and they go out of the class and they start smoking, what impact it will be on the students? So it's a very big topic, important topic. Any thoughts before we? Yes, Mataji.
What I gather from the last two sessions and now what we have been discussing is like put your first things first, like right, prioritize what is the most important thing of the day for you, and then go down to the things which will take less chunk of time and maybe not very important in your life, but you're still doing it. So just prioritize and put first things first helps. I kind of, that's what I've gathered from all this discussion.
Very nicely put. Very nice. And because the scriptures are saying so, because the morning time is best for spiritual, it's Brahma Muhurat. So it's a topmost thing to connect to the Supreme Brahman. It's like when, I'm sure we have felt that in your computer, if there are 10 tabs open, 10 files open, 20 apps open, it's hard to focus, correct? Has anyone experienced that? Then what do? The performance gets slow, right? Then you say, okay, I need to restart, right? This is getting too out of control. I can't focus on anything. Restart. The morning time is like a restart. We are restarting our day. And the whole world is asleep. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. What is night for everyone is the day, time of awakening for the self-realized soul. So the self-realized person tries to get up, or who is trying for the process of self-realization, tries to get up early. Very, very important. And the whole world is asleep, and you won't get calls, you won't get WhatsApp, but even if you get, just turn off the Wi-Fi or internet, whatever, and put it there on a drawer. Put that phone away for whatever that 2-3 hours time. You won't get disturbance from others, neighbors, society, office, this, that. So it's easy to focus. It's a mode of goodness time. So yes, it is a topmost priority for a living being. If that is not rightly put, the whole, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Swami Maharaj said a lecture about balancing life. See, balancing human life means putting Krishna conscious first. If we are just balancing family, finances, health, well-being, home, bills, and 29 other things or 99 other things, without Krishna consciousness, that's balancing animal life. Sorry if it's too harsh or heavy, but if we don't add the element of bhakti, then as per scriptures, It's not even human being. Dharma hitesham adhiko visheshu. Dharma vina pashubi naranam. These are all bona fide. I'm not just speaking out of my own thought. These are all bona fide verses from scriptures. So yes, this is the first priority. Thank you. Any other comments here? Okay, let's complete this section of sadhana. Anyone who would like to read from here? Yes, Ramay Pran Prabhu. Yes, please unmute.
Yes, Srila Prabhupada. Actual human life. Sundar Prabhuji, for those who have understood
Here.
Okay. This may mean reorganizing one's life. It may mean working fewer hours, reducing one's income to spend more time earning spiritual merit. In families where both husband and wife have outside job, it is. Can you scroll up, please, Prabhuji? It's definitely worth considering having the wife relinquish her job to stay back and attend to domestic affairs. Even if we do not make such major changes in our lives, we can better use whatever time we have at our disposal. Most people waste precious hours in useless frivolities like gossiping and watching television. Better to save time for Krishna conscious sadhana. This book teaches how to practice sadhana. The section called the daily schedule gives an outline for an intensive sadhana program. Readers are urged to take up these practices in their daily lives as much as possible so as to quickly achieve the ultimate goal, pure love of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
If the first part was not enough, this is something. if right. Well, welcome to Krishna consciousness. Welcome. See again, many people ask also this question. There's no one answer to these things, but the idea is simple. We'll talk about principles. We'll not talk about anyone's situation because everyone's situation is different. Circumstances, country, their desires, their passion, right? And what will they do with the time they have? That's also right. If someone is going to watch TV whole day, then better do something and give charity to Krishna. But this is, and His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. I mean, these are Prabhupada's, words. He's just resonating Prabhupada's words. Now, some people may say, well, this is too much. Okay, we respect their opinion and we are not forcing anyone to do anything. It is ultimately out of their choice and their mutual understanding. But make intelligent decisions. Some people say, okay, I need to, like even this is not Hare Krishna statistics. This is modern statistic. One person did some math and said, oh, my um, my wife, who is a mother of two and takes care of the children, she is a nurse. She is nurse in the sense nurse for like taking care of the kids. She's their cook, she's their guide, she's their teacher in so many ways. And if I equate all that, it's over $100,000 annual salary. And this is no Hare Krishna statistic. This is not Hare Krishna research. This is many people say that, would agree to that. Because So what kind of culture we are giving, what is one's priority in short? If one's priority is money, then then they will organize their life that way. If one's priority is spiritual life, then one will figure out smarter ways, reorganizing one's life to spend more time for bhakti, right? We're not saying give up job, give up family, work smartly. Mm. Work smartly and have faith in Krishna. Have faith in Krishna that he will help. We will not be a loser, even in material world. Someone will say, well, you're talking about spiritual dhan. What about material dhan? Even in material dhan, one will not be a loser. Krishna says that every Krishna dhan, all these energy are Krishna's energies, right? Lakshmi, all the is Krishna's energy. If someone sincerely approaches Krishna, do you think Krishna will make him a loser? Certainly not. Mm. Krishna will protect what he has and provide what the devotee lacks. But we have to have faith. And sometimes we may see one may struggle very hard, work very hard, extra money, extra this, more income, more, and suddenly one disease will come, $10,000 gone, right? Suddenly some court case will come, $15,000 swiped. Has anyone experienced that or seen others experiencing it, right? I'm sure we have seen either in our own lives or in the lives of others,
Yes, Prabhuji.
right? It comes without notice, right? So if we try to, you know, so the idea here is balance nicely and keep striving for more. Don't make extreme changes without discussing with your personal teachers, mentors, guides, well-wishers who are spiritually mature to guide you on uh, in your respective cases, right? Don't immediately jump on something. Bhakti is a process for gradual advancement. Everyone's spiritual state is at a different level. Everyone's material state is a different. Everyone's desires, material desires, spiritual desires. There's a lot of combinations. There's no like one size fits all or one advice works for all. The principles are clearly laid out that keep improving keep improving the spiritual strength, spiritual sadhana, and gradually adjust the life so that we have more time for Krishna and do the needful in the material world. But one has to take, if one is specifically planning for some big changes, one must consult. Like, it should not be, oh, tomorrow I'm leaving my job, leaving family, I'm going to Vrindavan for the rest of my life. Because I read in that book, Chodo Ghar Bar, Chalo Haridwar, right? No, that's not the point. Well, if someone properly plans for it, right, that I have to retire from material life at the age of 45 or 50 or whatever, because I have done so much hard work and this and that, I want to retire. Many devotees plan for early retirement, 45, 50, whatever, 55. Again, everyone's situation is different, and they may have certain spiritual aspirations after that. That's very noble. That's great. One should have. You don't want to be working till 65, 70 years and like modern day people and who get heart attacks in their office and die there. So many people you hear, they get their death place is their office. It's unfortunate, right? But it happens. Hare Krishna. Anything light anyone wants to share if this was too heavy? Please don't blame me. I'm trying to make it as light as possible. These words are heavy. Anybody wants to share thoughts, comments, questions? on these topics. Yes.
Dandavat Pranam.
Mm.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I just wanted to share that in the beginning, these things seems to be unreachable or it seems to be difficult in the neophyte stage. But gradually, as we make the effort and we try harder and harder, when you look back at a point where you started from where you are now, you look at how whatever has been said in this book is actually true because you have seen certain amount of progress and, and you feel different, you feel great because you know you're experiencing whatever has been said in this book. But for example, in my case, I have read this book many times, but every time we do this reading of this book again, I learn something new and I move on and try to nourish myself with it. What I'm trying to say is that progress is going to be there if we give it full effort. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Very well. Thank you. That's so true.
Prabhuji, I
Yes,
have a
Mataji.
question. If someone is in a situation where they have to work certain hours a day, how do we dovetail that time? How do we remain Krishna conscious during that time? How do we, if we, in our heart, if we offer that time, that work to Krishna, is that good? Is that work?
Yeah, we have to, I mean, most devotees are working. Some even Matajis are working. It's a lot of factors are there, as I said, especially in this country, or their personal choice, their husband, wife's choice, or circumstances. A lot of factors are there. So your question, I think, applies to whether woman or man, that doesn't matter. How to dovetail the work to Krishna consciousness, right? Whether one has a job or business or something, how to dovetail that. Grihasthas primarily work, correct? The brahmacharis are in the education phase. Vanaprastha means retired. And sannyasi is fully in preaching and, fully dedicated. So grihasthas work. So they must give portion of their earnings for charity. That's the topmost service for grihasthas. Very, very important service, which the grihasthas should do, must do. It will lead to multiple things. Number one, attachment to money is very deep rooted in everyone's heart, right? Attachment to money is very deep rooted. So by giving in charity, we understand, oh, it's not my money. It's Krishna has earlier they would give everything to Krishna and say, Krishna, can I use $100 to get grocery for my family? That's a mood one should have. Krishna, everything is yours. I am actually the thief who is taking your money, right? It should not be the mood, oh, I earn X dollars and I'm giving 1% or 2% to you, Krishna. Oh, I'm so noble. Everything is Krishna. Krishna, can I use this to buy some clothes for my son? He needs new clothes to go to school or whatever. It's snowing, he needs a new jacket because he's your child. So every time if we are changing the outlook towards using money, which is money, Grihastha life means money involvement is there, right? And earning a big chunk of our time goes in earning, right? We all know that. So let's say someone is awake, let's say 8 hours for the body, eating, sleeping, bathing, etc. 8 hours gone, minimum. The remaining 16 hours, 8 hours going, working at least for an average person. Some may work even 10, 12 hours, some may work little less, but 8 hours. So big, and that to like the major time, right? Morning 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, a big chunk goes there. So we have to use it carefully and donate some portion in Krishna conscious activities. in caring for the cows, distributing prasad, distributing books, hosting programs at home, building temples. So many ways we can engage the money, right? Like this Ram Mandir was built. Someone donated. It didn't come out of some, something. This big TOVP temple is coming. It's not coming by like some magic. It's not happening. Someone is, thousands and tens and thousands of people are donating, which is very good. Mm. So we have to become part of the solution. That's what I say. And we can become as grihasthas by donating some portion. Now, some portion varies again on one's desire, on one's spiritual understanding, on one's devotion. Someone may give for someone giving $100, they will think 100 times, right? But someone may give it and not, yeah, because like everyone's mood is different. So some portion should be given. That's the principle, right? Some portion must be given. And during the day also, we try to use that opportunity by remembering something during that time. Use, like if we all take breaks, try to dovetail that time, as you said. Read something, hear something. If someone is working from home, one can put kirtan. While traveling to work, if someone is going, one can put some katha, kirtan. At least that time will be used properly. If one has some contract or clients, one can share books with them, right? Based on the, it's not like, again, one size fits all. Again, everyone's situation is weak. Someone will like, I'll share one example, not to kind of boast about myself, but just sharing my example for the current workplace. Now, I don't generally do this, but my current boss happens to be very open-minded. Now, he came to temple in Farmington Hills. I shared pictures also, my current manager. He got Bhagavad Gita. He met His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhu. He had breakfast prasadam with him. He got even flowers for the deities. He offered lamp to the deities, right? He he stopped deer hunting. Now this is big for those who know a little bit about deer hunting. It's a it's big thing in US. He stopped that. And he also turned vegan or vegetarian because of Bhagavad Gita, Sadhu Sangha, Vaishnava Sangha, etc. Now, if I would have not been in that company, and if I, Krishna made me the via medium. So I feel that work also got some spiritual merit by sharing. So see, not everyone, not every person may be so open. It's not that I share it with, like, I had like at least 10 bosses in the last 10 years, but this one seemed very interested in this life. And so one has to be mindful. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. So how we can give Krishna consciousness, in what circumstances, to whom, we have to intelligently see the situation. Someone you in the previous company, like I know His Grace, there's one, Vishuddha Dulal Prabhu. He takes cookies every time he goes to the office, or every Monday, or every, he takes some prasad, cookies for everyone. Anyone wants cookie? Please take. No questions, no philosophy, no nothing. Free cookies, right? My wife made cookies. I thought to go get for my co-workers. Very nice, pleasant exchange of prasad. So in that work is being dovetailed to share Krishna consciousness. In this thing, Thanksgiving, or what's that festival? Ghost, they dress as ghosts and horror characters. What's that called?
Halloween. Halloween.
Halloween. Halloween. So he dressed as Hare Krishna monk, right? He dressed as a monk, and he said, well, and then people were saying, oh, make sure you take the books from Hare Krishna monk. So now the people, his co-workers, are basically sharing Krishna consciousness. So everyone was dressed in different, some movie characters, some horror characters, some this, that. He said, I'm Hare Krishna monk character, right? So, Dadami Buddhi Yogam, Krishna will give intelligence. One has to see what works, and keep trying. Very well.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Does that answer your question to some extent?
Yes, Prabhuji. I do have a follow-up, but I don't want to derail the conversation.
Let's see if anyone else has any thoughts or comments or questions on this subject. Otherwise, we'll take yours because we only have a few minutes left. There are a lot of senior devotees on the call. Please feel free to share your thoughts. It's like a conversation. Yes, Swati, Mataji, please tell.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This was one of from your sessions. I just want to share. I always remember this on top of my head. I am not sure this is appropriate. So you once told us, in the name of God, do not leave the responsibilities. In the name of responsibilities, don't forget the God. So that's what I always think every day, because being a homemaker, being work, so we get very less time. But whatever the time we have left, we always want to pray Krishna. So same thing. And if I am doing continuously in the Krishna consciousness, don't leave the family, don't leave the children. So that's my thought. I just want to share, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you for reminding that. Those are not my words. Those are the words of the great teachers. So I'm happy to hear those again coming through you. Yeah, is this very, very important line.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. You're following it. So it comes with more conviction.
Thank you. Yeah, I had this in Anshul Prabhuji's satsang session. I heard from you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reiterating that. So have nice balance, have a healthy balance, right? That's the idea. And His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says this, there are some activities which will, like, core Krishna consciousness. And some activities are also Krishna conscious, but in an indirect way, like direct or indirect, right? Two activities. The direct Krishna consciousness activities will enable us to also be Krishna conscious in the indirect Krishna conscious activities. Let me put one example. If we stop reading, hearing, chanting, we will not be able to see the hand of God. Like if we don't exclusively spend, whether you say 1 hour, 2, 3 hours, some time during the day exclusive for bhakti, the rest 20 hours will be hard. We'll not be able to be Krishna conscious for the rest 20 hours. But if we put good morning sadhana, then we are ready to fight Maya. We will be Krishna conscious throughout the day. We'll see the hand of God in every aspect. Taking care of family, going to the work, driving. We'll be able to see the hand of God in every aspect of life. But if we compromise on the direct Krishna conscious activities, then slowly even the indirect activities will not be able to see the hand of God, or see those in a spiritual way. Hare Krishna. Any other thoughts, comments before we wrap up for today? Any questions from yesterday, Guru initiation, or anything what we have covered in the last few days?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanyavad Pranam all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, it's a very nice discussion about how to engage our mind and soul to Krishna consciousness. So in our daily activity, Prabhuji, I also agree that we have to keep our mind engaged. So the opportunity won't come so easily, especially at work also. As we are spending at least 8 hours I don't know about others, but spending 8 hours, it's a very valuable time in this 24 hours. So we have to find a way how we can think about Krishna also on that time too. It's not possible all the time because it's of the work and etc. But still, the way, if we could get at least, so let's say for lunchtime, during the lunchtime, if we able to like hear a small lecture or some kirtans, so those are, we have to find out like how we can utilize that time also, to, because Maya is very strong. Whenever we'll be away of this from this touch of Krishna consciousness, the Maya always can catch us very easily. So that's why we have to find the way, best way to engage ourselves as much as possible in Krishna consciousness. And time, my realization is time is very short. I don't know when I'll take my last breath. So that's why it's very important to be serious in Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji. Back to you, Hare Krishna.
Very well. So thoughtfully put, Mataji. Thank you. One time a student asked a devotee, how do I be Krishna conscious in exam time? Thoughtful question, right? He said, like, when you're writing a 3-hour exam, when Arjuna was fighting, he was like totally absorbed. So being like developing those spiritual qualities is also being Krishna conscious, right? If we are dutifully in a dharmic way writing our exam and focusing on the exam, what to answer, we're not thinking about, oh, when Krishna went to Mathura, what happened, and then, right, whom did he fight with, and then this Leela, and that's not the time. That's not the place to be contemplating or meditating upon the Krishna's Mathura Leela or Vrindavan Leela at the time the exam is going on. The time is running, 3 hours will get over. The teacher will take the answer sheet. Now the time is to write the exam, right? That's the also, like the definition of bhakti, to do the right things in the right quantity, with the right consciousness, at the right time, for the right motives. It's time for exam. I'll do my best, a servant of Krishna, right? Krishna, please help me. I have done my due preparation. Now, give me the right intelligence to answer it properly. Offer a small prayer and then begin writing. And when the result comes, Krishna, I did my best. This result is for you at your lotus feet. Thank you so much. Gratitude, patience, tolerance, remembering the hand of God, right? That's bhakti. And even at work, let's say we have how do we respond if someone, in tough situations, right? How do we react? How do we respond? How do we balance our work? How do we communicate? Everything is Krishna conscious. We can shout at others. We can, if someone, we can be like some employees are known for slacking, right? Some employees are known for getting late or getting low quality work. No, we don't want to be in that category because that's also Krishna consciousness. They say, oh, look at this guy, always slacking, always late, always, his work quality is poor. He's just trying to get the paycheck somehow. Do we want to be in that category? No. We want to be the best, right? As far as possible. We'll do smart work, and that's also preaching, right? Become a person of substance, right? Gravity, following the footsteps of the great Mahajans, right? They know that this person has some morale. This person has some substance. This person, he does what he talks and he talks what he does, right? So in that way, they are developing appreciation for you, and that way if we get some appreciation, we follow it, we give it back to Krishna. That's also Krishna consciousness. Just to see the art of doing and linking those things in the bhakti mood, that's also bhakti. Same applies to a student, right? If a student gets good grades, is very very caring, very obedient, respectful to others, will not everyone like that person, that student? And then say, hey, what's your secret? I said, my secret is bhakti. My secret is Krishna. My secret is my spiritual master. My secret is Prabhupada. That's the best preaching. By example. Yes, Uma Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a question and doubt. Prabhu, please forgive me if it is a wrong thing. Yesterday we learned that Brahmana Diksha, we will do that Gayatri mantra and Prabhu. So Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the supreme mantra, no Prabhu? Then what is, then why we go for Gayatri mantra like that? I got it out. Means सभी के लिए उच्चिष्ट जो है हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र है.
That question
फिर ब्राह्मण
comes.
दीक्षा में, yes, Prabhu. Did you understand my question?
Yeah, I think it's a little advanced question for most of the devotees on the call and for my own self, because I am also. The short answer is yes, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is absolute. Brahman or Gayatri initiation is not mandatory for developing pure love of Godhead, or for going back home back to Godhead, or right. That's certainly not mandatory thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it just helps you. When done with the right mood, with the blessings of Guru Sadhu, Krishna, and our teachers, it just aids it just aids to chant better. That's the goal. Like, it's a very short answer. It aids one for better. But if one thinks, oh no, I am more advanced because I have second initiation, that itself is a path for degradation.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Very well. Okay, I think we are over time, so we'll pause here and continue tomorrow. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveda Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha, Tatanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Thank you, and I beg for forgiveness if I said anything which hurt anyone or it was too heavy. Please forgive me as your humble servant, and please forgive me if anything was heavy or I didn't want to be disrespectful or hurt anyone in my wildest of dreams. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam.
Dandavat pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.